yeah, I'm just gonna keep saying it's important because it is important.
JudesTube.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to discuss T4T relationships and how valuable and important they are to trans people. I identify as non-binary, trans-masc non-binary, and for me, being in a T4T relationship, there's so many things that a cis person just doesn't or wouldn't understand, or they could try to understand, but it's just a different level when you are in a relationship with someone who is also trans, whether it be a trans woman, trans man, or trans non-binary person. I think it's a different situation and scenario. I've been in multiple relationships that are T4T, and I've been in a lot of relationships with just cis people, and I can tell you right now, I've definitely connected a lot more with the people that are trans and non-binary and whatnot. So yeah, I think it's really important to be able to have that connection and have that other person see you and understand what you're kind of going through with, whether it be hormones or body dysmorphia and stuff like that. So like when you have days when you're not feeling yourself, or if there's certain things and aspects about your body that you're not comfortable with people touching or doing things to, or acting a certain way towards you sexually or not, it makes a big difference to have a trans person be your partner in life. And I think that's super valuable to have someone who has the knowledge of certain things of being trans. Currently, I'm in a T4T relationship with my lovely partner, Mika. She is gorgeous. She's a trans woman, and I never thought that I would date a woman, but I think in my mind, I was thinking more of like, I would never date a cis woman, but dating a trans woman is so different to me. Like, it's night and day. What she's gone through to get to where she is, and what she's continuing to go through with like all her hormones and changing into who she is so beautiful, and I'm glad to be a part of her journey. And I think that's really important, to surround yourself with trans people who also have been through a journey, and it doesn't matter if your journey is the same or a little different, but you can still have the same understanding of like what's going on, and like the changes and hormones and things like that, and surgeries. And I think that's a really important thing to have. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep saying it's important because it is important. As a trans person, I think being in a T4T relationship is super great. I don't know, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are trans who have a cis partner, and I'm sure that relationship is great, but I'm just saying that there are a lot of things that they might not understand. And even if they do the research, they still might not understand, you know, like having dysphoria and going on hormones and having the changes and having people view you in a different way and having these certain feelings and not being able to fully discuss them with someone who gets where you're coming from, I think would be a little hard. So for me, having a trans partner is super amazing and super loving and super caring, and it's like a deeper level of connection, I find. Which I think is really important. It's really important to be able to love who you are and have someone love you for who you are as well, and see you for who you are. Because a lot of the times when I was in cis relationships, like in relationships with cis people, I had a feeling that like they still saw me as a girl, and that was not really something that I liked. And I could kind of still feel that in the way that they treated me sexually and in some certain situations. So being in a trans relationship, there's definitely like more open discussion on how you want to be treated and how you want to be seen and stuff like that. And I think that, you know, they're able to understand where you're coming from, and it's really beautiful and important. One of the biggest things for me right now being in my T4T relationship is that being a trans-masc non-binary person, but still presenting very like feminine on a lot of the days, like wearing makeup, and my hair is getting a little longer. Not saying that like trans-masc can't have long hair, but like it is seen as a lot more of like a feminine thing. And I do like to wear a lot of feminine clothing, but my girlfriend still sees me as a non-binary person. She doesn't see me as a girl or anything like that, which is really nice, no matter how much I dress up, because I love dressing up. I love doing makeup and wearing wigs and wearing high heels. Like, that's something I love. And one of the best things about having a girlfriend now is that we get to dress up together. We both get to go out in heels and hurt our feet together and share that experience. We both get to wear the eyelashes and be like, oh my god, the eyelashes are hurting me at the end of the day, or the wigs, and we get to live these experiences together. And I've been looking for a partner to share in not only just like my life, but like my creative part of my life, which is so much of my makeup and my hair and my looks. And to be able to find a partner who is also super into makeup and hair and looks and just aesthetics is really fun. And we get to have fun little photo shoot days. I remember one of the first times we went out, we went and we took like 800 photos together, which is crazy because a lot of my other cis relationships, like with cis people, they didn't want to do the photo shoots, they didn't want to take pictures, they didn't want to dress up, they didn't want to be all cutesy and fun with me. And finding my partner in life that like wants to do these things with me is so beautiful. And I'm pretty sure it's definitely because we're both in the same, I don't know, we're both being able to express ourselves freely, and it's so beautiful because we love each other for it, and we inspire the other to do better and do more and be more. And that doesn't, like, I don't know, it's just, it's so crazy and beautiful, and I love it so much. And I couldn't be happier with where I am right now in my life, with relationship wise, romantically. So very happy about that. I would implore you to go out and search for a trans partner if you are trans. I would say try to stay away from the cis people as much as possible. Not saying that it should be off limits or you should exclude anyone. I'm just saying that I think you'll find a lot more in common with a trans person, and you might find a deeper connection because of the similarities in your life or things that you've both gone through. Or, you know, it's obviously different with my girlfriend being a trans woman and me being trans non-binary. Obviously we're not the same, you know, but we have similar experiences and we can be empathetic towards each other, and we have knowledge about each other and like what we've both been through. And I don't know, just being able to be there for her when she goes through her surgeries in the future, like, I'm excited to be there for her. I'm excited for her transformation, her journey, her gender journey, you know. Like, when I had my top surgery, I unfortunately was supposed to be with one of my partners, my ex-partners, and they were also non-binary, but we ended up not being together, and they were supposed to be there for my surgery. And what ended up happening was my best friend was there for me, and they are also I believe they identify as non-binary, trans-mass non-binary. I'll have to double check and insert here. But my best friend Hunter is super amazing, and they've been with me through so much, and I'm so glad that I was able to have a trans person with me through that. So regardless if you're in a relationship or not in a relationship, again, T4T relationships are super important, and the support to have a trans community is super amazing and something that will uplift you and make you feel a lot less alone. And I don't know, I think trans people are so beautiful and inspiring and amazing, and I think having a trans community is something that's really important, especially if you're a trans person and you feel like you're surrounded by a lot of cis people. I think that going to support groups or reaching out online to other trans people to discuss what they've gone through, and maybe, you know, feel like you can have a connection with other people online that have gone through similar things or gone through something that you are looking into going through. So that's another reason why I'm making this video, is to just tell you that, like, trans people are there for you. If you're a trans person, like, they want to be there for you. Trans people love to be there for you. Like, I want to be there for you. I love being there for people. I love being an inspiration for people to explore their gender and figure out who they are and what they, you know, what they feel like they are inside, and show it on the outside. And don't be afraid to express it however you want, because there is no right or wrong way to be trans. All you have to do is be yourself. And, you know, that's okay if it changes over time and that you feel a little different in the future, but as long as you're being true to yourself, that's all that matters. And having a bunch of trans people around you, you'll definitely feel supported and loved no matter what. So yeah, I hope this video was good. I hope you enjoyed me babbling on about this. again, I don't know, I would say that the sex for trans people is also really good. That's something that I didn't touch on too much, but like being in a trans relationship, I've definitely had the best sex of my life being in trans relationships, and being just felt cared for and loved and understood and not looked at as like an object, because a lot of my life I was looked at as an object because I was born AFAB, and a lot of people just saw me as like a girl and like a woman's body and blah 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 blah. Even though I still had a very small chest and then I got top surgery, there was still a lot of people, and still is a lot of people, that view me as a girl and a woman, which is not what I am. I'm non-binary, and this pussy is non-binary. So I saw that on a pair of shorts the other day, and I want to make like a pair of booty shorts that say that on the back, this pussy's non-binary. I think that's hilarious. I wonder if I can say that on here. I'm sure I can. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed me babbling on. I love you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed. I don't know, I think I already said that, but leave a big thumbs up if you did. Leave me some comments about your T4T relationships and what you've learned and how you feel about it. If you're in a relationship with a cis person, how do you feel about that, and how does it make you feel? Do you feel like there are certain things that they don't understand? Let me know. I would like to hear about it. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.